skincare lovers, welcome back to my channel. It's Wendy. When your skin is extremely irritated or your skin barrier is compromised, even cleansing can feel risky. Honestly, a lot of people focus more on creams and serums to calm and protect their skin, but forget that cleansers can actually make or break their skin barrier as well. That's why in today's video, I want to share with you my 4 most trusted cleansing balms and cleansing milk that are super gentle for my skin even when it's at its worst. Super sensitive, reactive, and inflamed. Let's get started. The first product I have is the Manyo Pure Soybean Cleansing Milk. This is my newest discovery for a cleansing milk, but it is my most current obsession because it is so gentle on my skin. This was what rescued my skin when my skin was experiencing a lot of irritation, dryness, even feeling prickly and painful. I was honestly so glad that I was able to find this cleansing milk and use it during that time. I don't think my skin would have survived without this one. The reason why this cleansing milk feels really good but very gentle on my skin because it does contain ceramide and panthenol for that barrier repair and protection. The soybean ferment in here provide extra nourishment and hydration on the skin. And I think that's why on the bottle of this cleansing milk, it does say gentle and hydrating, which I feel like is true for this cleansing milk. This cleansing milk has a lightweight moisturizer texture that look very velvety and feel so good and soft on the skin. I do have to use a little bit more of this cleansing milk whenever I want to cleanse my skin. I think I typically use about 8 to 10 pumps to be able to cover both my face and neck. When I massage it onto my skin, it feels super comfortable. It doesn't tug or drag on my skin. Mind you, at the time, my skin was feeling so irritated that it's so prickly and painful that even just a touch on the face would feel very uncomfortable. But with this cleansing milk, it let me massage onto the skin without feeling any irritation at all. At the same time, I think because of all of the good ingredients in here, it makes my skin feel so much calmer during the whole cleansing process. I notice as I massage this onto my skin, it does dry out a little bit. So once you massage about a minute in, you have to add water to emulsify it. With this cleansing milk, I feel like it's emulsified really well and rinse off without any residue. It typically leaves my skin feeling very soft and hydrated. And when my skin was extremely irritated, I don't even feel like I need to follow up with another water-based cleanser. And I think because of this cleansing milk, it does make the cleansing process much more enjoyable for me, that my skin was able to relax even during the cleansing process. It also doesn't contain any fragrances or essential oil that could potentially trigger more irritation for the skin. I honestly cannot recommend enough of this cleansing milk for anyone that is currently experiencing a lot of irritation, dryness, or even just feeling very sensitive in general. This will be a really good option to go for. And my skin just loved this cleansing milk so much that on some days in the morning, I also like to use this cleansing milk just to take off everything that I put on the night before, especially when I use more of a heavy sleeping mask, so that my skin can start off cleanly but also feeling very hydrated as first thing in the morning. I would highly recommend you to check this one out. The second product I have is the VT PDRN Grinding Cleansing Balm. This is also another one that I found and have used during the time that I was traveling. I really love the PDRN line from VT because it does so much for my skin. I have experienced most of their products about a year ago, but since they have come out with a lot more new products within the range, I decided to pick this cleansing balm up because I had my eye on it for a while and keep debating on whether or not I should get it just because the price of this cleansing balm also is a little bit higher. But since I was traveling to Korea and the price was much more reasonable, I decided to get it. I honestly did not look at the ingredient list at all when I picked this one up. So I just thought it was a normal, gentle cleansing balm based on what I know of this range. However, in here, it does contain PHA for that gentle exfoliation, along with LHA, which is a salicylic acid derivative that can dissolve oil within your pores. So it leans a little bit more into pore care with some gentle exfoliation. It also contains panthenol and ceramide for that barrier support. So I think that's why I couldn't really tell that it has all of the PHA and LHA in here. This cleansing balm also has the grinding mechanism, and it has such a beautiful color inside here. This grinding mechanism is a little bit different than the other ones that I have used before, where the other grinding cleansing balm has some edge around here. So when you take the product, sometimes it just gets stuck along the rim. But for this one, it's completely flat. That's helped to take the product off very cleanly. And I think that's why I really, really love this packaging. But it does make some noises when I shake it. I feel like the compartment in here doesn't get stick onto the outer shell very well, but it doesn't affect the performance of the mechanism. The texture of this balm is a little bit thick, but it feels very soft. It's sort of like a thick moisturizer that when you just massage onto your hand, it instantly melt into oil. I was genuinely surprised because when I saw it grind out, I feel like it would be very similar to the Dr. Althea Pure Grinding Cleansing Balm, where it has that waxy feel to the cleansing balm. But to my surprise, it actually feels super soft and just instantly melts away. And when I use it for the first time, I enjoy it so much. It is just so effective at taking down my sunscreen. I was wearing the Anua Zero Cast Moisturizing Finish sunscreen at the time, and that one has some water resistant, so that's why it is a little bit harder to get off. And when I use this cleansing balm, it just effectively removes that sunscreen without any residue. It also washes off really cleanly, which I absolutely love, and I think it is a must now since we have so many cleansing balms option that if it leave a residue on your skin, it just make the cleansing experience not very enjoyable. When I massage it onto my skin, it also feels super smooth and it doesn't tug or drag on my skin. It also doesn't feel stinging to my eyes. However, when I was emulsifying this cleansing balm, it just make my eyes a bit cloudy. It still wash out very fast, but that is just a very minor detail that I do not enjoy about this cleansing balm. In terms of cleansing, it's still being very effective and still gentle on my skin, even with all of the PHA and LHA in here. And I think that's why I was surprised when I actually looked at the ingredient list, since I didn't feel any of the exfoliation effect or tightness from this. When I use this consistently, I do use it every single day. Even when I was breaking out a little bit, experiencing some irritation because of the weather change in Vietnam, it still feels so comfortable. And honestly, it even helped to deep cleanse my skin without me even knowing. So I think this will be a good option for anyone that have sensitive skin, but is not experiencing any current irritation. If you do have some current breakouts and irritation, maybe save this for later when your skin is more stable. I feel like this will still gonna work for anyone with more sensitive and acne prone skin. It just feels so luxurious on the skin. Honestly, I ran out of this and I am missing this cleansing balm so much that I just want to repurchase right away. The third one I have is the Remedy Derm Dissolve Cleansing Balm. I just recently talked about this cleansing balm in my Remedy brand review videos just a couple weeks ago. In this cleansing balm is contained the ceramide to support the skin barrier, safflower lipids to effectively dissolve the makeup and sunscreen, the Centella asiatica turmeric and green tea extract for that added antioxidant support, along with some calming benefits. I have honestly enjoyed this cleansing balm more than I thought I would. This have also the grinding mechanism. I think this is a common theme for my cleansing balms today. Even I wasn't intending on doing this, but I think more brand coming out with this grinding mechanism just because of how convenient, hygienic it is. And I feel like people also enjoy it a lot. We do pay more for the packaging in this case, but it does help with the overall cleansing experience with the product. This cleansing balm has a very similar texture to the VT grinding cleansing balm. It's come out as like a rich cleansing balm, but still feel very soft and dissolve into oil right away. I talk in details about this cleansing balm in my Remedy brand review. So if you are curious and want to check it out, I'll leave the link to it down below or I'll link it right up here. But overall, my experience with this one is a very enjoyable one that I feel like this is a cleansing balm that you really cannot go wrong with. In here, it doesn't have any ingredients that could potentially trigger more irritation for you. Remedy put in a lot of the ingredients that help to support the skin barrier even during the whole cleansing process. This cleansing balm definitely feels gentle and hydrating on the skin, but compared to the VT PDRN grinding cleansing balm, it doesn't leave the skin feeling very soft and smooth because it doesn't contain that PHA and LHA in there. If you are just looking for a very gentle but effective grinding cleansing balm, then this is a really good option to go for because of how gentle it is. I feel very comfortable using it even when I was breaking out, when the weather was changing right now from the winter to spring. My skin does act up a little bit. And that's why I kept reaching for this cleansing balm on days that I have more sunscreen or a little bit of makeup. I just want to have a very effective but gentle cleanse. And this one is much more accessible to people in the US or even me in Canada. We can directly order from the brand and get it just within a couple days instead of having to order the VT grinding cleansing balm on like Olive Young or Yes Style and wait for about a couple weeks for it to arrive. That's why I think this is a really good option for us skincare enthusiasts in the West that want that Korean cleansing experience and feel without the long wait time. And lastly, I have another very gentle grinding cleansing balm that I had talked about a year now on my channel. It is the House of Her Midnight Soothing Cleansing Balm. The texture of this is so unique that up until now, I still haven't found another cleansing balms that have the same texture. This is a sorbet texture. Essentially, when you grind out the balm, it looks just like sorbet. And it's so soft and so smooth that it would instantly melt onto your hand. This is one of the softest cleansing balm that I have ever used. And with the black rice extract in here along with the chia seed, it just make it a very nourishing and hydrating cleansing balm. So it can offer a very gentle cleansing experience. And for this one, the oil that melted from the balm feels so silky and luxurious every time I use it. It also feels very hydrating on the skin and it can take off makeup as well. I have tested this out before and I think this is the most effective one out of all of the ones that I have tested from House of Her and the Dr. Althea. The cleansing power is there. The only thing that now I kind of don't enjoy it, maybe I'm just an outlier, is that because of the balm color is black, and when you have eye makeups that also in the same color, which is the mascara and the eyeliner that is also black, it's kind of hard for me to tell whether or not I have completely removed them, I wouldn't be able to tell until I actually emulsify the cleansing balm. But that is a very minor thing because I also use a separate cleansing product for the mascara. So I just had to be really careful and take my time with the eye areas just to make sure I got everything off. And the thing about this cleansing balm and the Remedy cleansing balm is that it doesn't cloud my eyes, which I enjoy a lot more. And I think a lot of people also appreciate that because it's not fun when your eyes got cloudy and then you had to look and try to clean everything off. So this is another very gentle option that you can also utilize during the time that your skin is experiencing some dryness and irritation. This one is also perfect for anyone that has more sensitive but combination to oily skin. I think it would be a really good option for anyone that doesn't really enjoy the heavy oil feel from, for example, Remedy Cleansing Balm or the VT Grinding Cleansing Balm as well. This will be a really good option for you to check out because it does feel very lightweight but super effective. So all in all, if you are looking for a super gentle for your very irritated and sensitive skin, then the Manyo Pure Soybean Cleansing Milk is the best option. If you are looking for a very gentle, hydrating cleansing balm, the Remedy Derm Dissolve Cleansing Balm is the best option I have. If you are looking for a more lightweight cleansing balm that is more suitable for combination to oily skin without clogging your pores, the House of Her Midnight Soothing Cleansing Balm is a great option. And lastly, if you are looking for a cleansing balm that is gentle but can deep cleanse your pores and refining your texture, then the VT PDRN Grinding Cleansing Balm is the perfect option for you. These are all of my most trusted cleansing balms and cleansing milk that I have been constantly reaching for during the past couple months where my skin just experiencing so much fluctuation in the environment. So that's why I fully trust all of these products can protect my skin and keeping it hydrated and comfortable. So let me know in the comment down below if you have tried any of these products and what you think about them. I would love to hear your experience as well. And remember, take care of your skin, take care of yourself. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!